So, what would that be in Celsius? Are we going to do a good guess?
Minus 52.
Minus 52.
52.
If Celsius 52 degrees, you would die.
No.
That's too high.
No, I said how we can explain it.
So there is a formula to figure it out. Perfect answer. But you can do this in your head. An easy way to estimate, to have an idea. And the way we do this is 64, take away, who remembers?
Half and half.
32.
32. And now, half of that. Half of 32 is 16. Very close. Very close to the correct answer for.
I need more explaining, please. Double and then 32. Double it.
If you go the other way,
Okay.
double it, add 32. This one, take away 32, then half. And that's because just you can, and it lets you do this in 16. Close. Look on your phone. Look on your phone. What's the correct one?
No,
Someone.
It's good for if there is nothing.
You don't have pencil, paper. So, what is it? Someone? I think it's going to be 15.2.
No, 18.
What?
18.
Oh, 18, it's the other way.
Yes.
Okay. So just to remember, backwards.
I think 60.
Just to remember, our scale in Fahrenheit for water. Freezing. In Celsius, our scale for water is 0. Freezing, water. Boiling, 12. When you make your coffee, make your tea. That where it bubbles, in this one, 150 degrees. So notice here, the magic number is 32. That's why you have to either add it or take away. And when I said half or double, it's not exactly right because it's from a fraction. You know fraction?
Yeah. Not a complete number.
Not a
Not a complete
yes.
figure.
A part of it. So 1/2, that's what I said. Either you half or double. But the actual fraction is this. 2. 5/9, if this was a 10, it would be half. So it's a fraction, not perfect, but it works. So if you wanted to turn this into a decimal, and you can do it in your head if you're good with numbers, it's what is 9 divided by 5? Close to 2.
Close to 2.
Close to 2. Like if somebody says, you owe me $1.80, you say, well, close to $2. So this is things you can do in your head. And these are things that we call estimate. Estimate. That's what we did there. We estimated. Not perfect answer, but close. So, estimate.
And Arabic,
So I say,
takrim. To make it closer.
make it close. Takrim.
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 That we study math. Estimate.
Estimate. We estimate a lot of things. So, I estimate how long will it take me to get to work in the morning? How long will it take me to drive here? Some days I can make it here in 12 minutes. Ta-da! Some days traffic is bad, takes me 20 minutes. If it's really bad and it's snowing, even more. So we estimate. When you go to the store and you say, I need money, if you're using cash, you say, how much money will I need to pay for my groceries? So you estimate, I need about this much. So that word about. Okay, about. So the word about gets used in a different way. Okay. This is dollars. Here in the USA, they say 199. 199 is about $2. Okay? About. So now we're going to tell you this word used in a different way. This all started because we were talking about weather. All the things about weather. Temperature, clouds, Celsius, Fahrenheit, about. So we'll be practicing that word later on, but just be aware that about can be used in different ways. I think we'll start. I want to get back to finish what we did yesterday. The Tea Party. Well, let's do this one first. This was kind of easy. We can do this. Take a look here. Let's go shopping. Okay, do we all have this? Same. Jewel, Nader.
Sun kiss.
Just remember, very close. My sign-in sheet. Oh, this one. Okay, Samaya, Seema, and Ashok, and Nader, and then Dana and Claudine, Ina, and Paulina, Abla in the end, Nassim, and Ola. Ola usually sits here. She switched today, okay? And Sultana, Shah, okay? Ali, Abdulaziz, and Dee. Okay, very good. And what's my name? Mike. Mr. Mike, Mike, Teacher Mike. So let's go shopping. Take a look up at the top, and a few things to remind ourselves. Let's go. What does that mean? Let's.
Come on.
What? Well, when you use an apostrophe,
Go start.
yes. This is a very common use of the term, this word, let's go. We usually don't do that for us, but in this case, it has become common practice. So if someone says, let's go, it means let us go. It's a expression. What does the word let mean? Let.
Allow me to.
Allow.
Allow me to.
Allow me to. Let me read. Allow me. Give me permission. Okay. The other use of the word let, if you go to another country, and maybe even parts of the USA, it's when they rent an apartment. They let out the apartment. We don't use it that much here. We rent here. So I won't put this up here. But in this case, we're not giving permission. It's an expression. It's taken on its own meaning. So if I said, let's go, it means all of us get out of here on our way. Okay? If I said, let's go to work, it means let's go. We're going. Okay? So expression. Remember expression?
Yeah.
Lots of expressions in different cultures. So if I said to you, what's up? What's up?
So, how are you?
What? I heard it somewhere. If I said, what's up? What's going on? What things are going on? Yeah. Anything new? It's an expression. What's up? So you're not going to be looking, oh, an airplane. Okay. What's up? If I said, take a seat, what does that mean?
I would take a seat and get up.
Take a seat means
Sit down.
sit down. Okay. Expression. You just learn these. Okay. So let's go shopping. The other thing in here to remind us, the word shopping. Double P. Remember from yesterday? Why double P? Why? Who remembers?
Because ING.
Good or not good? No good. Because this would say shopping. Shopping.
Oh, yeah. Because
So it's this sound.
the vowel.
The vowel. Yes. So you'll notice, well, I'll draw attention to words with ing or ed that require double letters, just so we get used to it. So down here it says adjectives this, that, these, and those. And it says down here we'll start, who do I want to read? Abdul, we'll start at the back. Abdul. Look in box A on the top and read for us in the box. Right here. Can you read the first sentence? I don't
I don't like that.
I don't like that color.
keep going down.
I don't like it. I don't like the color. I don't like it. I don't like them.
Keep going.
It is damaged.
Damaged.
They are damaged.
Over on the right side.
Don't fit. That don't fit. It is the wrong side. They are the wrong side.
So when we talk here about demonstrative adjectives, what is an adjective? We remember adjective?
Yeah.
What is it? Hola?
It's to describe that thing.
Describe a thing. Describe a noun. So usually we have adjectives. We say, oh, this is a purple shirt. Purple shirt, describing the shirt. But we have demonstrative adjectives that tell us to demonstrate. Do you know the word demonstrate?
No, sir.
Demonstrate means to show how to do something, to point it out, to demonstrate.
Something like explain.
Like explain, but it points out something. Yeah. I'm going to demonstrate. Up here when we did Celsius to Fahrenheit, I demonstrated. So pointing out something. So here we've got these words, this, that, these, and those. And notice that it's TH. okay? And not duh. It's a very European sound from many languages. It wants to go with the duh. It's the. Practice the sound, yes. Tongue has to, but don't bite your tongue. Okay, so let's go here. Roberto, let's go through these. It says, notice it's got Roberto, Janet, Leanne, Gilberto, Marie, and Alexi. Okay, and it's using these jeans, these shoes, these socks, this shirt, this dress, these shorts. Okay, and let's go down here to the word damaged. Do we know the word damaged?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Something that goes.
Something wrong.
Almost broken.
Something, I like that word, broken, damaged. So when we say something is wrong, yes, but something damaged means something is broken. Damaged. It's harmed in some way, doesn't work correctly. So let's go here to part B in a conversation. And look, Dana, you are the manager. And Claudine, you are Roberto. Let's have a conversation.
May I help you?
Yes, I want to return these jeans.
Okay, what's the problem?
They don't fit.
Very easy. Notice these jeans, they don't fit. These are demonstrating. Let's go down here to the chart, and you'll see here near and far. So what is near? This. Plural is these. Yes.
What's the difference between return and refund?
Return,
And refund.
refund. When you what is a fund?
Money?
Go.
If you return it, it goes back. Okay. Refund means you get your money back. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Refund means you're going to get your money. So when we do some shopping, you will see that there are things like if you return something, you may get your money back. Refund, you may get exchange. What does exchange mean?
To get something.
Get a different one. So let's go down here. We've got this and that. This and that. This book and that book. These books and those books. How do we know if it's close or far? We just figure it out. It's not exact. Not exact. So go to the other side. And part E, you can do this. Notice that they give you examples for the first one. You are deciding if it's singular or plural. What does plural mean? More than one. And near or far. And fill in part E. And then if you finish that, so go ahead down here with part F and use the correct word. Doing everything here. You were not here yesterday. Anyone else not here yesterday? Abdul? That's from yesterday. Okay? Yeah, number 4, tie. Necktie. Tie, ties. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Let's start, and even though maybe you're still working, but we'll do this together. And I'd like you to read the sentence and then decide, is it plural, meaning more than one, singular or plural, is it near or far? Okay. So, Isa, I'm going to do the first one. Read number 1.
Number 1?
Yeah, Ina. I'm sorry, Isa, not Isa. Ina. Sorry.
Those apples are delicious. Plural, far.
And far. Very good. And what does delicious mean? Tastes good. It's tasty. Yes. Okay. Number 2, Helena.
Are those belts expensive? Plural and far.
Those belts, plural and far. And thank you for Abla.
Belts in the car.
Pardon? Wait. Question? We know belt? Those. Abla, next one. Number 3. Wait. singular and far. Very good. Okay, Nassim?
What color are these trees?
Ties.
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 Laura and far.
Where?
Well,
Near.
Yeah.
These, close.
Yeah.
Ties. Do we know this word, ties?
Yeah.
Necktie.
Yes. For men.
Anything.
For men.
Number 5. Grant.
Is that dress new?
Hold on.
Singular.
Wait, we're going in order here.
Singular. Far.
Number 4. No, 5.
Is that dress new? It's singular and the far, yeah.
Here. Okay, Samaya, number 6.
These apples are plural.
Girl and what?
Yeah.
These, yes. Okay. Okay, next one, Sima.
Nepal,
Yeah.
cleaner, is heavy. Singular. No near.
Okay. Singular and near. Okay. Number 8. Short.
I do not like those jeans.
Jeans.
Yes. Plural.
Plural
Far.
and far. What are jeans? Yeah. The jeans, plural. Pardon? Well, you could either one, but in this case, jeans is a word that is not ever going to be singular. You will not say, I'm going to the store to buy a jean. Okay. Jeans. So, because the word is plural, automatically we have to use the plural word those or these. So you would not say, I'm going to the store to buy that jean. No. I'm going to the store to buy that jeans. No. It's got to be these and those. Because it sticks to the word. So if I said, I'm going to the store to buy a pair of jeans, then it's singular. It would be a pair. That pair of jeans. So some words are automatically plural, or like this one. Chuck, always plural. Children, always plural. Back up here, MP. Number 1 on the bottom.
Look at this song.
Perfect.
Perfect for the school.
Very good. Okay. Ulysses, next one.
I want to join these shoes. They don't fit.
Very good. Next one, Ollie.
Those pants are the wrong size.
Very good. Pants. With solid pop.
Pants.
Next one. Shot. What kind of scarf? This, that, these, or those. This. Scar. It's finish the sentence. Sultana. Okay. We're on number 5. Read number 5. Shorts. And number 6, Nader. Back. I need to hear your reading.
Socks are not my size.
Which word? These or those?
These.
Far.
Those.
Those socks. Those socks. Abdul, next one.
I want to return this review.
Going.
I want to return. Where it is.
What? Number 7.
I want to return.
Please.
This.
Okay.
This radio.
This radio. Very good. Rodana, number 8.
Number 8. I want.
Number 8.
Number 8. Those books are interesting.
Okay. Okay, Claudine.
Those cars are new.
Very good. Anna, number 10.
These clothes for the winter.
What word?
These.
These. We need these.
We need these clothes for
Gloves.
Okay. Gloves.
Gloves.
Okay. Make sure some of you may have difficulty with the v sound. Glove. Gloves. You can almost, when you make a V sound, it rattles your jaw. Face. Very. Gloves. Good, this is a little grammar practice. And gloves. And if you didn't fill these in, just practice writing in English. Now, let's go back to the Boston Tea Party. Did I give you one? Who needs this? Boston Tea Party. Do you have this one? Did I give it to you just now? Do you have this one? Okay. Abdul? Do you have this one?
I don't.
Good. MD is looking. That looks close. Ta-da! This one.
Paper from yesterday.
This was from a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
Yeah,
In here?
One from
third one.
No, did you bring it with you? No. Okay. Just leave it up here for a second.
Should I come?
I just wanted to show where Boston is for new people, and then I wanted to go back to the board. So this is the Boston Tea Party, and it has nothing to do with tea and cookies. It has to do with politics and colonies and war.
What colony?
The colonies? Colonies. Yes. And this is where it was. Boston is here. Okay? And the 13 colonies they're talking about are here on the Atlantic coast. These were colonies of the British, of England. The King of England, King George III. He was the king. And he was the boss. The king was the boss. So these colonies were here. All this stuff you see over here at this time was not part of the USA. Some of it was owned by France, French colonies. Some of it was Spanish colonies. Some of it was just open where people lived that were part of the Native American peoples that lived their lives here without anybody from Europe messing with them, bothering them at this time. So anyway, the 13 original colonies were right here. Boston, they don't give the full name here, but Boston, Massachusetts, very important in American history. Boston, Massachusetts. Yes. Boston, more important than New York, more important than Washington, D.C. Do we know Washington, D.C.? At this time, Washington, D.C., not even a city. It was a swamp. Farms. You know swamp? Water,
Yeah.
mud, and farms. Cows. So that came later. So did we read this together?
Yeah.
Remember reading it? You two did not. You weren't here. But we'll fill you in. Boston Tea Party happened in what year?
1772.
That's the year this took place. Boston is a city, right? In what state is it? Massachusetts. At that time, it was not a state, it was a colony. Boston was a colony. There were 13 colonies. And so what happened in 1773 in Boston? What did King George do? Who remembers?
You raised the tax?
Tax on tea. Okay. And so, where did the tea come from?
India.
India.
A little more specific. The company,
East India Company.
East India Company. So the tea came from India, but who brought it over? A company, East India Company. Who's in charge of East India Company? England.
Yes.
It's not Indian people from India.
Yes.
East India. So a tax on tea. Why didn't people say, well, I'm going to go somewhere else and buy tea? Why not? Why didn't they say, I'm not paying the tax on tea, I'll buy it from someone else?
No one.
What?
No one has that too.
Only one company allowed to have tea.
Yes.
One company. Yes. So, anybody here have a cell phone?
Yes.
We all have a cell phone. What if I said, you all must have an iPhone? That's the only phone you can have. And you have to pay me $100 for each one of you for your phone. That's your tax to me. You're going to be happy or not happy? Not happy.
Not it.
Can't go buy a Samsung or a Nokia or some other phone. You gotta have an iPhone, and you have to pay a tax, whether you like it or not. And so what did the people do to the tea?
Mix the tea with the butter. Yes.
Move it.
What?
Just move all of the tea.
Where? Where did they move it to?
The potch, beach.
They threw it in the water.
Yep.
They went on the ship and threw it in the water. No good. Ruin. Salt water. Ocean water. No good. So, when they did that, why did they dress up? Why did they dress up like Native Americans? Why?
Do
Because
you like
because take the tax.
What?
The tax.
But why did they dress up?
to look like the
To look, why?
what?
If I go to the store to steal something and I look like this, they'll say, he did it. But if I go to the store and put on a mask and they say, I don't know who that was. So they dressed up like Native Americans. Because if the king finds out who did it, what happens to them? What? Punish them. What was the punishment?
Yeah.
In some cases, death. Treason. Do you know treason? Crime against the king? Treason.
Oh, Slav.
Killed them, often killed them, put them in prison, horrible things. So you have to remember that this happened in 1773, and Boston, and there's no telephone, no telegraph, no pigeon to carry the information. Do you know pigeons? They don't go across the ocean. So they had to send information to the king, and then he sent back what?
Soldiers.
Soldiers. He sent back soldiers. And so the people in the colonies were getting ready. They're also getting
Arrival.
guns and rifles. So when the British came, they were getting prepared. How many colonies? 13. They all grouped together and said, we have to fight this. If they do this to Boston, they're going to do it to us. So that was the beginning of the battle that became the Revolutionary War in U.S. history, the Boston Tea Party. And so when did the American Revolution, actual fighting, declare war? What year? It's a very special number in your paper.
16th of December.
What's the date? Special date.
16 December.
Signing paper, Thomas Jefferson.
What's the paper? Declaration of Independence.
Mr. Maestro, there is another paper for this. The secretary.
Oh, there were more questions, but I didn't copy them.
Thomas, this, Thomas Jefferson.
Well, hang on, let's do this one first. What's the magic date?
4th of July.
4th of July. What's so special in the USA about the 4th of July?
Independence Day.
Independence Day. That's when these guys from the 13 colonies
Independence.
said, goodbye, King George. Go away and don't come back. Okay? And that was the Declaration of Independence. No longer colonies. They said we are our own country. 4th of July, 1776. Thomas Jefferson, what was your question?
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson was not a military person. Do you know military?
Yeah. Soldier.
Soldier. George Washington was a soldier. So George Washington led the 13 colonies against the British. And so was King George happy? No. And so if you were arrested by King George, bad things would happen because they didn't see this as an ordinary war. It meant we're losing our colony. I own this. This is mine. And so he was very unhappy. But there were some people in the colonies that said, I don't want to be part of this. I want to be part of England. My family's from England. I want to stay with them. I don't like this. So that's always happens in war. So what happened? Many of them went north to what country?
Canada?
Canada. Yes. So there are many English people that went north to Canada, and at that time, even parts of Maine had English settlements. And also, they went west over the mountains to get away from the fighting. So it was a troubled time. So Thomas Jefferson was a leader, but not a military leader. Thomas Jefferson was a scholar. Do you know scholar? What is a scholar? School. Scholar. A person who's has learned a lot. And so Thomas Jefferson became very famous for writing the Constitution, the rules for our government. So anyway, let's go down here and go through these answers down below. It says here vocabulary. Complete the sentences with words from the box. And I think over here, number one with Dana, start us off, number one.
If you walk into a ship or plane, you go on board.
On board. So you may hear that on board means get on. Get on. Okay. Why? Just a little bit of information. I don't think I showed you this yesterday. Why the word board? Board. Do you know the word board? What is it?
The surface for the thing.
What?
The surface for the thing.
A board is a piece of wood. A piece of wood.
Yeah.
And so you want to get on the boat. There's a board. Here's the boat. Here's the land. Put a board across and don't fall off. A board. So they would say on board. And now we use that another expression. So when you get on an airplane, you get on board the airplane. Even though there's no board. Expression. Expression. Next one, Claudine.
If you are nice clothes that are different from what you normally wear, you dress up.
Dress up.
Dress up.
Notice dressed up. Dressed. Notice
Dress up. Dress. Okay. Dress up. Dress up. Okay.
Notice, begin to point these out. Sometimes when we have an ED word, it doesn't sound like ed, so it's not dressed.
Dress.
Sometimes that ED sounds like a duh, and sometimes it sounds like a tuh. Dressed up. Do you hear my T? Dressed up. You hear a T sound. So you have to be aware that when you hear that ending with a tuh, it's often an ED word. Dressed up. Number three.
If people said they were unhappy or annoyed, they complained.
Complained. Notice complained. Not complained. Complained. So we've got dressed, complained, ED. Next one, Lena.
An act is a kind of law.
Yes. So an act, the word act is a legal term as well as something else. Like from TV, someone puts on an act, but this is a legal term, act. Number five, Abla. IST. An ending of a word, suffix, remember prefix in front, suffix in back, IST. A colonist is a person who lives in a IST. What is an artist? Person who makes art. IST. Plays the piano. Okay. IST. Very common suffix showing us what someone does. So when you need something with your dentures, your teeth, you go to a dentist. IST. Very common. Number 6, Nassim. A tax. Taxes. I think it's taxes. Yeah, notice tax, taxes. A taxes. Okay, next one. Ola.
When someone was in trouble and you felt sad about it, you felt sorry for them.
Felt sorry. Okay, Samaya, last one, number 8. To obey. So, to obey means to do what you're supposed to do when someone tells you to do. Hello. Hi. My gosh, we have a new student. How are you? Dai? Yeah. You said Dai? Dai? And last name Yali? Dai? Yali. Very good. Well, welcome. Okay. Okay. Is this your first class or are you in a different class? This is your first class? Yeah. Okay, you didn't have another teacher? This is your first day. Well, welcome. Do you know my name? Or Mike? Come in, have a seat. I keep so, obey. We have a new student. Ndai Yali. Ndai, where are you from?
Senegal.
Senegal. Yeah. You know Senegal?
Yeah.
Yes? Ndai, how long have you been in the USA?
Here is for 1 year.
1 year?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome. We have about a half an hour here. I want to get you prepared. This is what we've been working from.
Yeah.
The word obey. Little information from will I see you again?
A lot of people.
Tuesday.
Yes. Because the passport is valid, and then you go on
Wednesday. Okay? No, just information.
Everybody here in Hamtramck. Everybody here in Hamtramck is Bengali.
Right here, the word obey means to do what someone tells you to do. So we say, obey the law, obey the traffic signs, obey. So that's the Boston Tea Party. And now the other one that I gave you, and hope some of you still have it, is the 50 states. And we're going from 13 colonies to 13 states, and now we're jumping straight into 50. Now, who has this one? Ali, do you have this one? 50 states. Do you have it? Yes or no? You have it. Sure, do you have this one? 50 states. That's it. Maya? Do you have it? No? Do you have this one? That's it. Yes or no? Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Ladies?
No.
Claudine?
No.
50 states?
No.
She says you have it.
Yes.
No.
Do you have it? Do you have it? Mother?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. Now, I think these two kind of go together. I wanted to get to something else, but Abdulaziz left, and now we have a new student on Day to explain about my class. So, usually, we meet Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of each week. This week, there is no school tomorrow. I don't have a class. Don't come tomorrow. Okay? The library is open, public library, but no class. Then next week, Monday and Tuesday, no class. I will not be here. So come on Wednesday. Okay? And then to make up for one day, we will meet on Thursday. So I'm going to be here next week, Wednesday and Thursday. Next week.
Next week.
Next week.
No class.
No class Monday.
No class Monday. No class Tuesday.
No class.
Okay? Special thing. Okay, this is not going to happen. Well, who knows? Anything can happen, right? Okay, so we want to talk about the 50 states.
One week, see the
Is one? Okay. You need it? You want to read? What? Now, MD, can you help me hold this? I don't pull it off. So we're going from 13 to 50. It took a while for that to happen, to get to 50, but here they are. So we were talking about 13 states in 1776, and here we are in Michigan. When did Michigan become a state? 1837. Michigan became a state. So notice 13, then it slowly moved west. Okay. Michigan here, further west, much later. These areas became states much later. Finally, we'll read about this, Alaska and the H word, Hawaii were the last two. So Ali wants to start us off reading. Yes? Okay.
The 50 states. The 50 states of the United States or the USA met on
One.
One nation. The United States did not always have 50 states. At first there were 13. As the United States grew. More states joined the Union. The last two states to join were Alaska and Hawaii. They both joined in 1950.
How would we say that? We would typically say in U.S. we'd say 1959. Ladies, can you? It's distracting, so we can all hear. So Alaska and Hawaii were the last two to join. Words in here, nation, T-I-O-N. We will see a lot of English words with T-I-O-N, shun, nation. Sounds like it would be S-H, but it's not. Nation. The other word down here is the word union. Union. What is union? Together. Union. Not onion. Union. Okay? MD, second paragraph. Pardon? You'll be next. Well, go ahead. You can read next, and then I'll come back here.
The area of United States covered every type of place. These are forest, desert, mountain, and flatland. The area of United States also covered every type of climate.
Notice that the word here is covers. When you see plural or the word has an S on it, pay attention to those ending letters. Go ahead.
The size of each state is different too. Alaska is the biggest state.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island is the smallest state. Alaska is 500 times bigger than the Rhode Island.
Okay, next paragraph.
Yeah.
United States.
About 322 the mobile
For example,
For example,
Delhi, Delhi, Frankfurt. Okay. Population. Well, let's go. Notice the word population. Nation. T-I-O-N words. And the last one, MD, last paragraph.
Each state has its own names. The names gives the state its
Identity.
and personality. More than half these states have names of America or
Native
America
American origin.
Yes, the state has all has
Also has a flag
black three colors that have a special meaning for the state.
flag
Is the symbol of
symbol
symbol of the state. There is also state flower, green and white.
Notice an example of that is the name Michigan. Michigan is a Native American word. Many of the place names in the USA come from somewhere else. So for example, the great state of New York. New York. Well, there is another place in England called York. That's Old York. So the English put their name on it. New Jersey. In England, there's a place called Jersey. New Jersey. So many of those names came from England. There are also names here in Michigan that came from other countries. So for example, Detroit. Detroit is a, what language? What do you think?
French.
French means, it comes from the word Detroit. The straits, where, I don't know if you know Detroit, but the river here, look at this. The water's big, and then it has to come through very small straits. Detroit. Detroit was French. Up here, I don't know if you can see this, St. Joseph River. Do we know St. Joseph? Do we know, what is a saint? Anybody know the word saint?
Saint.
Yes.
What is it? What is a saint?
It's like a statue.
Well, could be. Okay, what is a saint?
Saint is somebody, is a religion religious man.
Religious person.
Yes, religious person, that's right.
So in Christianity we have saints.
Yeah.
Islam we have imam. In the old days there were Islamic saints also. They have those names. So saint, S-T, period, saint. Not street. Okay? If it comes after, it's street. Comes in front, saint. Okay, we'll go through some of these as we go through. But this is kind of interesting. It says in here that about half the states, I think it said, are named after Native American things, like Michigan and Wisconsin. But, you know, some of these places were made up names by American generals in the American Army that would just make up a name that sounded like it was Native American. And I think one of them is, where is it? Nebraska. It's not a Native American name, it's just made up. I think that's the one. It's kind of, it was disrespectful. And what I mean by that is, you have to remember that all this stuff that's going on with people from Europe coming here to take land, bring their families. There were people living here. Many people, millions of people that lived here. But they weren't organized in the right way. And so their land was taken from them. Where we are right now in Hamtramck, there were people living here, Native Americans, that lived here for a long time. People in Michigan have lived here for 9,000 years. 9,000 years, people here in Michigan. So we have to remember when we talk about the United States and colonists and all this, there are some things that have happened that are right now being discussed in history about how to make things better. So that word down at the bottom, symbol, I think we give an example of that. What is a symbol?
It's like a sign.
A sign of something, a picture that represents something. And so if I was to say to you that when you are applying for citizenship, you will be asked, what are two symbols of the United States?
The tree.
What?
The tree.
Tree. The tree?
No. Tree. You know tree?
Three?
Yeah. T-R-E-E.
Three. But what? Three what?
No. Symbol for United States. T-R-E-E.
A tree?
Yeah.
Not so much. Not here in the USA. A bird? What's the bird? The eagle is a symbol of, for the USA, very majestic bird. The other one is the flag. The star, they call it the Stars and Stripes. The symbol of the America. Both, pardon? Statue of Liberty, the famous one. Do we know Statue of Liberty? The tree is a symbol here in the USA of something that will be coming up in December. Christmas, the Christmas tree. It's a symbol of Christmas?
Why?
Pardon?
This conversation. You can symbol also.
The tree,
And also
Christmas tree.
maybe it is related to Christianity.
Yes and no. The Christmas tree goes back, using the tree goes back before even Christianity, decorating the tree. But it got popular with Christianity. Today, if you go to Japan, do you know Japan? Japanese are not Christian people usually. There's some people there that are Christian, but people have a Christmas tree. Why? It's pretty. I like it. So you put lights on it and decorate it. Let's go through here these on the bottom, 1 through 8.
Yeah.
And Ashok number 1.
Land that is level and not high is flat land.
Flat land. If you don't have it in there, write it in. Flat land. Okay, Seema, number 2.
The beginning or the point something starts from its origin.
Origin. Okay. Number 3, Samaya. Climate. Number 4, Ola.
A group of states joined together is a nation.
It's a nation. Nation. Number 5, Nasim.
A symbol of something is a sign, a scheme, a symbol of something is a sign or a
Notice that you have to use both words in here for it to make sense. A symbol of something. You can't just say a symbol something, is a symbol of something. That's why they gave you both words there. Okay, Ola? Pardon?
The number of people living on this is
Population.
Gotta get all the sounds in there. Population.
Population.
Okay, number 7, Helena. When you what? Join. When you join. Okay. Ima?
Identity tells us how something or what someone or what something is.
Okay, read it again for me.
Identity tells us how
Who
someone or what something is.
Who or what something is its identity. Identity. We often use the word ID. Your ID is your identity papers, your identification. Before we go, remind you, class tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And Monday, Tuesday, and come on Wednesday. So I want you to take this and please bring it back. This is a little information. This is about climate. And this was in the local newspaper, I think maybe Monday. And I thought it was interesting because we talked about the fact that we are now into the season called fall, autumn or fall. I think I might need one more back here. And bring back, if you didn't fill in, if you're not writing in these papers for the 50 states or the Tea Party, do that at home, and it's important that you practice writing the English words. I know it can be kind of boring, but do it anyway. Did everyone get one? Climate? Did you get one, Nader? Did you get one?
Yeah, I have it.
Everyone here got one? This was in the paper, and we will be spending more time talking about climate and how it affects weather and climate, how they connect, how they're different, and because this is where we live, and this is on this planet, and I think that's it. Any questions? Anyone else? And see you what day?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay. See you, Ollie. See you. See you Wednesday. Any paper? Take that. Put it in your folder. From the test.
You speak French?
Yeah.
That's
Just your score.
I said.
Your score. So, you both get the same test. I don't think I can